முன்னாள் அமெரிக்க ஜனாதிபதி டொனால்ட் ட்ரம்ப் பற்றிய வீடியோ இது. உலகமயமாக்கல், அதாவது குளோபலைசேஷன் என்ற ஜனநாயக கட்சியின் தாரக மந்திரம் எவ்வாறு அமெரிக்க குடிமகனின் பொருளாதாரத்தை கடுமையாக பாதிக்கிறது என்பதை உணர்ந்த ட்ரம்ப், அமெரிக்க நாட்டின் பொருளாதாரத்தை உயர்த்துவேன் என்ற குறிக்கோளோடு பதவியில் அமர்ந்தார். ஆனால் அமெரிக்காவின் பிரபல ஊடகங்களும் அறிவுஜீவிகளும் ட்ரம்பை கடுமையாக எதிர்த்தனர். அவரின் வெளிப்படைத்தன்மை பேச்சும் சிறிது அலட்சிய போக்கும் பூதாகரமாக பேசப்பட்டு அவர் பணி செய்ய விடாமல் தடுத்தன. கடந்த அமெரிக்க ஜனாதிபதி தேர்தலில் ட்ரம்ப் தோல்வியடைந்தார். ஜோ பிடன் அமெரிக்க ஜனாதிபதி ஆனார். ஆனால் ஜோ பிடனின் மெத்தனமும் ஆப்கானிஸ்தான் விவகாரத்தில் இவர் செய்த குளறுபடியினால் ஜோ பிடனின் ஆளுமையில் நம்பிக்கை குறைந்து விட்டது. ட்ரம்ப் ஜனாதிபதியாக இருந்தபோது ஊடகங்களினாலும் அறிவுஜீவிகளினாலும் இவருக்கு ஏற்பட்ட பாதிப்புகளை விளக்குகிறது இந்த வீடியோ. நாட்டு பற்றுடைய உண்மையான தலைவர்களை ஊடகங்களும் அறிவுஜீவிகளும் எதிர்த்தாலும் மக்கள் அவர்களை மறக்க கூடாது என்பதை இதிலிருந்து நாம் உணர்ந்து கொள்ள வேண்டாமா?
October 2018. Is it the dark day of American democracy? A symbol of vanishing traditional American values? Maybe. On that day, American President Donald J. Trump was insulted by the media personality Stephen Colbert by morphing the original interview given by Trump to Leslie Stahl and created a fake interview and degraded the presidentship. I watched the video and my review is, it shows the intelligence of comedian Stephen Colbert equally reflects the vanishing traditional American values. Well, some may argue it is not unusual that the President of America has been criticized and chastised by the media. True. But not to this extent. No president other than Trump has been so shabbily treated by the media and intellectual constantly with rancor and animosity without valid reasons. It reflects the ultimate decay of the American value system, which till now have safeguarded the prestige and decorum of the presidents of the United States of America. What could be the reason for this Trump contempt? To get the answer, I spoke to several responsible citizens of America, whom I interviewed for my forthcoming book about vanishing American values, God, Make America Strong Again. From these interviews and my research, I have filtered 4 major reasons for Trump contempt in relation to the vanishing American values. Number 1, sheer jealousy, especially from the intellectuals and civil servants, because Trump was not a seasoned politician but a business tycoon of real estate, sports and entertainment who entered into politics in short duration and got elected as a president. In his book Crippled America, Trump himself listed the properties he owns. This list showcases how Trump is very definition of the American success story and need not make any fortune from politics. Second reason, Trump is highly articulated. He doesn't care to practice how to hide his feelings. He's too open. His unpolished politics is misunderstood as immaturity.
Nancy, we need border security. It's very simple.
Of course we do.
We need border security. People are pouring into our country, including terrorists. We have terrorists. We caught 10 terrorists over the last very short period of time. 10. These are very serious people. Our border agents, all of our law enforcement has been incredible what they've done. But we caught 10 terrorists. These are people that were looking to do harm. We need the wall. We need, more important than anything, we need border security, of which the wall is just a piece. But it's important. Chuck, did you?
His straightforward behavior has misrepresented him as a dangerously madman and insanity president by the media and the academicians. It is a biased view. The First Amendment freedom of speech allows rhetorical hyperbole to all the citizens, including the president. Thus, we should not measure the achievements and contribution of Trump by his emotionally charged languages, which is hyperbole, not defamation. Example, Clifford versus Trump case. Third reason, well-funded hard-left extremists in the government bureaucracy are trying to block and undermine Trump's every move. Number 4, the overall decline of the traditional American value system, which made the media, academicians and the educated public to disrespect the American tradition and the presidentship. Let us go into some details. In the year 2017, just a few months after Mr. Trump took over as the President of America, 27 psychiatrists and mental health experts from Yale University, headed by Bandy Lee, a Korean immigrant, brought out a book, The Dangerous Case of Donald Trump. In this book, they claimed that the President Trump is mentally unstable to run the administration. This book has been severely criticized by the fellow American psychologists, mainly because it simply quotes Trump's unpolished speeches, and no medical expert has personally examined the president to come to this conclusion. Above all, it is unethical to diagnose public figures without personally examining them. For example, cold water rule. Authors of this book also recognize that Trump was not the only president to harbor symptoms of mental illness. There were roughly half of the past presidents suffered from the same mental illness. If it were true, how America had successfully survived with those mentally ill presidents? Thus, this book is outcome of sheer jealousy and academic arrogance. Every president has sublime qualities too. During one of the election campaigns of Trump, a woman suddenly fainted, and Trump paused his campaign speech until the doctor arrived and he asked the gathering to pray to God.
Is there a doctor in the house, please? Doctor? Doctor, please. Thank you. Say a little prayer. Go ahead. Say a little prayer. That's good.
His compassion and faith in God were unnoticed by the media and the intellectual who failed to prioritize these qualities, which were the fountain of the core American values. From the beginning, Trump is a critic of the media. He said there are dangerous and sick, enemy of the people, creating fake news. So the media hates Trump. Unfortunately, the strategy that is adopted by the media to attack Trump is lack of manliness.
President Yemi Shelcender with PBS NewsHour. On the campaign trail, you called yourself a nationalist. Some people saw that as emboldening white nationalists. Now people are also saying
why you'd
that
say
the
that. It's such a racist
There are
question.
some people that say that now the Republican Party is seen as supporting white nationalists because of your rhetoric. What do you make of that?
I don't believe it. I don't know. Why do I have my highest poll numbers ever with African Americans? Why do I have among the highest poll numbers with African Americans? I mean, why do I have my highest poll numbers? That's such a racist question. Honestly, I mean, I know you have it written down and you're going to tell me. Let me tell you, it's a racist question.
And Mr. President,
I love it. You know what the word is? I love our country. I do. You have nationalists, you have globalists. I also love the world. And I don't mind helping the world, but we have to straighten out our country first. We have a lot of problems.
And
Excuse me, but to say that, what you said, is so insulting to me. It's a very terrible thing that you said.
And Mr. President,
If the aim of the mainstream media is to resist and obstruct Trump's ability to rule by focusing on criticizing every word uttered by him is unfair. The election campaign promises of Trump are American interests are more important than global concern, American jobs are more valuable than the cheap products from other countries, the right of Americans should be protected over those of immigrants. Check whether these are attempted and executed by the president. I feel if this trend of harassing the president continues, future president may not be able to execute the job for the nation. Rather, they have to spend most of the time in defending the media and so-called intellectuals. The main cause of this hatred is due to the declining of core American values. Materialism and radical individualism have created spiritual poverty among the intellectuals and the media. This moral decay must be stopped. God, make America strong again.